Hi, my name is Jeffries, and I chose the topic of bullying, and it was specific bullying throughout like middle school and high school and just like teenage years. And I chose that because it's something that I've probably experienced, like not necessarily like me experiencing, but like I've seen it like a lot throughout my life at a young age already. And I know that it probably doesn't happen as much as when you're older, but probably as much as when you're younger. So I probably experienced the worst of it going throughout my high school and middle school already. But I in middle school is when I first started like really like noticing like and experiencing like realizing what bullying was, because I hung out with a group of kids who were bad people, and we just like we would pick on other people. So I wasn't a victim necessarily when I was in middle school, but as I got older and I knew like what was wrong and what was right, I knew that I had to become a bystander, and instead of being a bully, being like a victim and like speaking up and saying something for people who wouldn't say anything or were just too nervous to say anything about it. This topic is just something that's really important to me, is because in high school I experienced it, and it's just a bad path. You'd see kids just getting their days ruined, just getting called names, getting picked on, just for stuff like even they couldn't control. In high school, I was bullied. I went to a school called Forest Hills Eastern in Grand Rapids, Michigan, for my freshman and sophomore year with my two other black friends. And I was friends with the white kids, but they would say the N-word, like not necessarily to me, but they would say the N-word and just would say it out loud. And like I would be like, hey, could you not do that? And they would just continue to keep doing it and going on and on. So I spoke up to the school about it, and nothing happened. They didn't really do anything about it. So I ended up switching schools and going to a more diverse school, which was probably one of the best things I could have done for me, because being in a more diverse environment made me realize there's other people in the world I can be friends with, other than just like the people I surrounded myself with just like Caucasian people. I can be friends with black people, I can be friends with other people. Like, it's not weird over here, as if it was like, it wasn't necessarily weird at my other school. It was just like they were racist there. I'm just gonna say it, they were racist at that school. And the newer school I went to, Grand Rapids Christian, was more diverse, and the people who were Caucasian there were more respectful, I would say. So I also, this is an important topic for me, because coming to college, I met a friend named Quinn Campbell who he killed himself. I think it was 2 months ago, and he had committed suicide because it's just like, you don't notice things. Sometimes you don't necessarily notice when they're not happy, or if they're have things going on. You don't know what people have going on in their everyday lives. So for people to bully and be disrespectful, to people is just like, for no reason, is just unnecessary. It doesn't help anybody. Like, you're just like, you're not like, people do it, they think it's cool to be rude and do stuff like that, and it's just not. And I think it's more younger people who aren't mature, like as matured as older people, who think like that. And as me growing up, being more mature, I can definitely see that I've grown from the person who I used to be in middle school and the person who I am today. And that's just with my parents helping me with that as well. But I chose this topic because it was very important to me, and I knew it has a special place in my heart, and I wanted to write about it. And I'm glad I talked about this topic all year, because it really opened up my mind about it, and it made me realize how important it was. And ever since starting this, I just feel like I've become a better person. So yeah, thank you.